first seen in the latest Arrowverse crossover, Elseworlds, and boy, did she make an appearance. The first taste of the character only got me more excited for the newcomer show to the CW. Well, now it's here, and live for everyone to enjoy. This is my first review, so the format will mold over time, but without further ado, my thoughts. The show kicks off with a monologue not quite unlike our old friend in the Hood's monologues from the first season of Arrow, as she retrieves a key from the bottom of the ocean and makes her way out of the ice. We are once again introduced to her capabilities. Keep in mind this does not take place before, or at least it does take place apart from the Elseworlds crossover. We are also immediately introduced to two minor subplots, or ideas, whatever you want to call it, which proves that the show knows how to get things kicking off right away. From the first episode, I can already tell that the newcomer is learning from the founder, that being Green Arrow. The first subplot we are introduced is to Kate's backstory, through the form of flashbacks. Seem familiar? It's even edited the same way, which I just absolutely love, as a big fan of Arrow. It's great to see that they're, learning from the founder, of course. The second idea is the disappearance of the Batman. Now, even in Dark Knight and that trilogy and Batman lore in general, the disappearance and who is Batman, what is Batman, has always been a big subplot, or at least an idea. And they're bringing that totally into this, especially at the end of the episode, where people believe that Batman might be back. As you know, if you've seen the episode, he's been gone for 3 years now, so that's cool. And truly what that means to Kate. We even get to see Batman himself, which was really awesome. Unfortunately, there were a few things that ticked me off in the first 15 minutes. One being Kate's stepmom's speech. Her whole Batman gave up on us line made sense, but sounded very cringy. I don't know, it just didn't really come across well. The second, and this occurred throughout the episode, was audio spikes. I understand this could have been just my TV's issue or a local issue, and the show has just started, so I'll cut them some slack. After watching the first few minutes, I was skeptical that it was only cool because of similarities or appearances to and of different DC characters and their shows, but I was soon introduced to that lovable CW drama as I was introduced to Sophie and Kate's relationship. This shows that the show is prepared to be contemporary, which is a great thing. Secondly, Kate's struggle with her father, which pushed her to her eventual conclusion, is both realistic and emotionally compelling. So far, the show checks all the great CW boxes, including comedy. Her dialogue with Cameron Johnson's Luke Fox was hilarious and shows how badass Kate really is. After this, we are sprung into action, which, by the way, I love the villain masks. Very Gotham-like. My only problem with the action was with the soundtrack. The soundtrack is really amazing, but I think there is a difference between Arrow and Batwoman right now. Arrow uses similar notes and beats, but each song feels somewhat different. With Batwoman, it felt like it was just the over and over again. But that's a minor thing. So we were introduced to Alice in this first episode, the new villain who turns out to be Kate's sister. What? No, sort of saw that coming, but still a cool plot line. Some of my friends have said that they've complained because she shouldn't have figured that out immediately. I understand that complaint, but it was predictable. It was going to happen sooner or later. And I like her. She's clearly not afraid to be ruthless, which is a wonderful quality for a villain. One of my favorite parts of the episode was when Kate discovered the Batcave. Whoa. Oh my god, Bruce Wayne's Batman? That whole realization was exactly what I was feeling portrayed on screen. It was one of those took the words right out of my mouth situation, but it was more of a reaction. The discovery of who Bruce Wayne was really just the icing on the cake. Cake. I'll show myself out. Thanks for watching, everybody. Kevin Conroy is set to reprise his role as Batman, so I'm very excited to see Kate's reaction. Kate's suit in the first episode is actually pretty fucking badass. I don't know how I feel about leaving the hair off to start with it, but costumes change. Plus, it created the whole "oh, that's a girl" effect, which is also badass. We also see Kate's passion for Sophie, which is really gripping, and that was fun to watch. And then we see her right to Bruce. Honestly, my favorite part of the episode by far. She gets to be herself, and that version of the theme. I can't wait to listen to the score. But the main part of that is this has only just begun. Yeah, the editing and pacing was a bit off, and yeah, there were audio spikes and issues here and there. But I really liked the color palette. I really liked the action. I really liked Ruby. I really liked Kate, and I do think Batwoman is a welcome member to the team.